Hey Mom, hey Josh, hey everyone else. Welcome back to the vlog. There will be a time probably where I don't start a vlog in the car, but I am on my way to Walmart. Tonight we are having our first worship night. Josh is the worship director at our new church, which is amazing. I'm communications director, but that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. But we have our first worship night tonight, and our good friend Jessica is hosting, and she just texted us, and she's made chili and cornbread and a ton of charcuterie, and she was like, I just wanted all of you guys to come, be well fed, and we can just go into the night. So she's a legend, so I wanted to get her some flowers. Something that's funny, and I think will stick with me forever. I was watching, I think it was like a Vogue interview, and I don't even remember who it was with. But I remember this information, that they said like a social faux pas is bringing flowers for somebody not already in a vase. And I like sat there for a second, I was like, it's kind of true, because like they have to take a second, find a vase, trim the flowers, like something that should be really fun. Like if you go get flowers for yourself, I always love that, like putting it into a bouquet. But if you're hosting, that's like the last thing you want to do. So it usually just like sits in the sink or like a random cup of water all night. So I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna use a mason jar that I have, trim down the flowers, make it look all cute, and then it's like an actual gift I'm presenting, not like a task. Because she's already hosting and is like being a hero. So I'm like, I'm not gonna add another thing to her plate. Also, our Christmas cards just arrived. We ordered them right before Hawaii. I'm blaming just like Christmas, whatever. I should have ordered them earlier, but we didn't have our address yet. So they just arrived. And I asked one person, I asked my sister if it was too late, and she said no, not at all. They say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. So like, it's still the new year, but I was like, I have to get envelopes now and get these suckers in the mail tomorrow so that they get there hopefully before February. So yeah, flowers, envelopes, and then I'm also getting tortillas. You guys didn't ask and you probably don't care. We have a salad in our fridge that hasn't gone bad, but it would be so much better as a wrap than just like a crispy salad on its own. And I made some chicken this morning and I was like, I need that wrap bad. I also told Josh as I was leaving that I was going to the store, so I bet he will send me a text or call me and be like, hey, actually get these things. Thought I'd kick off the vlog here. Excuse me. Part of my communications director role, I'm in charge of all social media and YouTube for our church, which will shock no one. Because of that, I take the camera home with me, I edit the YouTube video, and I also post it on Sundays. So like if people aren't with us, we don't do a live stream yet, but we do post the sermon that night. I think I'm changing the drop day to Saturdays so that I don't have to do anything in regards to my own content on Sundays. We had about 3 years in Reading where Sundays were like a true Sabbath, but when you're in ministry, when you work for a church, you have to prioritize it almost more so because you have to find a different day to do it. We're still figuring that out. But anyways, let's go to the store. One down, 20 to go. Good onion right there. got off the treadmill. But when I was on the treadmill, I realized I hadn't told you guys this story that I've been wanting to tell you. So here we go. One of my reading goals for this year is I want to read through Twilight. I'm currently reading this book called The Alice Network. My sister read and came highly recommended. So I'm reading that, and then I think I'll start Twilight. I was like, cool. I feel like I always see those books at the thrift store, so I won't have to buy them new. I think I thrifted this in Reading actually like a long time ago. But I found not only the first Twilight, but I found like the movie cover of the book. And I was just like, oh, new thrifting goal unlocked. I want to thrift the entire Twilight series, but specifically, because I don't make things easy on myself, specifically the movie poster. And then, you know, time went on and I would always look for them when I was thrifting. And I'm not gonna lie, I broke one of my own rules 3 times, I think. I was at a Salvation Army in Reading, I was at the Goodwill in Susanville, and then I was at a random thrift store in Oklahoma, and I found New Moon with the movie poster as the cover. And each time they were like $6, $7. I think the last one was $5. And I was like, nah, like I don't need it right now. Like we were in the process of moving. I was like, I don't need to thrift another book so that we can move it. I texted my sister and brother-in-law and I was like, you guys, I messed up. I have this dream that I've had since lunch. If you know that reference, then you know that reference. I was like, I have this dream and I have literally ignored it 3 separate times. I feel like I just like ruined it and it's like not gonna work. And they're like, no, come on, like you gotta, they always hype me up on the things that like don't matter. So like shout out to them because like true friendship. Anyways, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna start looking again. And if you followed me on Instagram, you know this already. I found this little number at the Goodwill in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Technically Hickson if people are really gonna get after me on that. But you guys look at the back of this. One day, my future children are gonna find this on my bookshelf and be like, Mom, what is that? And I'm like, children, sit down. We have to start at the beginning before we can get to the end. I texted Summer and Henry and we all freaked out. And I was like, you know what? You just have to put it out there. I love having a thrifting goal and then meeting it. It's just like so satisfying. It's truly a hobby. 2 days later, I was at Second and Charles in Hickson and I had never been in a Second and Charles. And if you guys don't know, majority of the store is secondhand books and like records and CDs and DVDs. And then they also have like a whole new section of like new books. I'm just gonna walk around, like see what I find. I truly was not even like going to look for a Twilight book. And I walked past this one shelf that had, no joke, it was like an entire bookshelf like the one behind me that was full of copies of Twilight that people had donated. And lo and behold, the book that I had turned down 3 separate times was there. And even better, it was $2. I now have 3 out of the 4. Obviously, Midnight Sun has not yet been made into a movie, so I will probably just be thrifting the normal version of that. But you guys, I'm 1 away from seeing this goal achieved. So don't give up on your dreams, is all I'm trying to say. So if you like to pray, if you like to put good vibes out into the world, I'm looking for eclipse. I'm looking for eclipse. Good morning. Josh wasn't supposed to work today until like 11:30, and then at 10 he got a call from his boss being like, hey, there is another appointment, whatever. And so we had about 10 minutes to get ready and we were still in bed. So, you know, it's fine. That's why my hair's doing what it's doing. That's why I'm wearing what I'm wearing, and that is okay. I wanted to run around town a little bit today, so that is why I was involved in that getting ready process. I want to hit the America's Thrift Store, I want to hit Goodwill, and then I'll probably just go hang out at Starbucks that's right next to Josh's work and then just work the rest of today. In the name of what I did last night, where I'm just, you know, kind of putting out there what I'm looking for at the thrift store. Josh and I both need dressers and nightstands really bad. We've been looking on Facebook Marketplace, but because like everyone needs a dresser, they're always like $200 on Facebook Marketplace, and that's just like, no thank you. I'd rather have one that like doesn't have handles for like 30 bucks, and then we can go to Hobby Lobby or we can go somewhere and get cute knobs and add them ourselves. I would also love another bookshelf. I would love a tiny bookshelf also for right next to my bed. I have the big bookshelf downstairs, but it's running out of space quickly, and I would love to have one just right next to my bed for the cozy nighttime reads. I also, clothes-wise, I want a new pair of like fun Sunday morning shoes, ideally like a colorful sneaker. Josh and I both are looking for camo, which I know is like really funny, but like I would love a pair of like men's camo pants. I watch Kenna Bangater on YouTube, and she's always wearing camo and she always looks sick. And not like army camo, like I could go lay down in a bush and you can't see me camo. I am going to be switching to iPhone for obvious reasons. I don't think anyone would have an issue with me filming with a big camera, but like everyone films on their phone, so I feel like it's a little less like invasive to bring like my iPhone into a store as opposed to a full-blown camera. So just so you know, it's gonna look like crap. Not a single thing. There was one dresser, but it was like 50 bucks, which, yes, cheaper, but America's Thrift Store I went to, a lot of their furniture is only like $10, including dressers, including bookshelves. So pretty much anytime I come into this part of town, I go and I check. Found some camo, but nothing that was like exciting. So kind of a flop, but I can't preach up and down about like it's about consistency, not getting something every time, and then get upset when I don't get something. Guys, I did something bad. Well, not bad. I just rotted too hard. It is, I think, 2 in the afternoon. In my defense, I woke up early today to make coffee and breakfast for Josh and I before he went to work. Because even though he now has to work on Saturday and Sundays, doesn't mean that our weekends just have to be like completely gone. Started cleaning. Like obviously my bed's not made. I'm doing some sheets, did a pile of laundry. But pretty much from 9:30 until right now, for the most part, I was seated on the couch downstairs. I took my electric blanket down there. I made some tea with my lunch. Like it's been a great day. But I had all these plans, and I just am like, I gotta get it together. I think the issue is I'm still in my pajamas. I never feel motivated when I'm in my pajamas. And I knew that if I vlogged, I would have to be accountable to someone. I'm gonna start in here, change the sheets, put the laundry away, maybe dust a little bit. Yeah, definitely dust a little bit. There's bits and bobs of this house that still feel like we just moved in. And I'm giving myself grace to do that, but I'm also like, or I could wake up to a completely different house tomorrow. Now that I've moved downstairs, even though upstairs was lovely and I had a productive time, I now don't know where to start. Upstairs took me about 2 hours, which I was expecting, but I have about 2.5 more hours. Once I'm done cleaning, I think I'm gonna reward myself by making some muffins. I'm procrastinating if you cannot tell, but I think we're gonna get going. So this is our makeshift drying area for things. These are the 2 poles for like the backdrop thing, which normally there's a pole that goes across that can bring it like way farther out. But I don't know if we lost her in the move or if Josh knows where it is and I just can't see it. But for right now, she's doing her due diligence by drying 1 pillowcase. I think I showed you in the last vlog, but there was all of the dirty laundry and all of those bins right here. I just put the laundry hamper like to the right of the washer, and then all of those bins actually just fit in my closet. So I feel very accomplished with where, like, we have so much space in this kitchen now. Kind of blows my mind. It looks really good in here. I hope this works. This is the Sunday night setup, the adapter I need because my computer doesn't have a USB port, so that's great. So has 4 right here. The recorder, photo, video, laptop, and some tea.
We struggled with the validity of running an ad in the first place, but it was 110% worth it.
Hey guys, coming at you live on Tuesday morning. Not film a thing yesterday, but I think the last time we chatted was on Saturday, so Sunday was great. Went out to lunch with everybody and that was literally so delicious. I had brisket nachos, and when I tell you, like, I'm still thinking about them, I'm not lying. Woke up yesterday not feeling the best, so I just stayed home, worked all day, and today I only have about 30 pages left of the Alice Network. I'm gonna sit right here and I'm gonna finish that, but before I'm even done, I can tell you right now, this is a 5-star book. I haven't read historical fiction since like high school, and this book did something to my heart in a very beautiful way. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I don't like reading other genres because I'm like, well, I'm not really a historical fiction person, I'm not really a period piece person, any of those things, and then you read it, and like, if it's a good book, it's a good book. So, highly recommend it. And then, like I said earlier in this video, I think I'm going to start Twilight as soon as I'm done with this. And I think that speaks a lot to who I am as a reader, that I'm going from this legendary tale of spies in both of the world wars into Twilight. I think that just makes a lot of sense, and I think that that about sums me up. But if this is the last place that we talk, I hope you have a great week, and I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, these are digital diaries for me to look back on in the future, but if you want to watch along, I'd greatly appreciate it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, share the channel with a friend. Yeah, I think I'm gonna sit here and read and then maybe take a nap. Catch y'all on the next one.